How about you like this meme to start the day, to start the show?
Relief you feel when you realize the weird house noises are ghosts and not shit.
Yeah, I just
Mm,
found that over the internet today
yeah,
during my production of MY, which
yeah,
I think was erupted cuts to it during like the last
okay.
song. You know how Johnny
All right,
Unitas
take it
loves
off. Yep,
Sinatra.
take it off.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, crap. Come on. Thank you.
There we go. There we go.
Yeah. So it's
All
like,
right.
yeah, it like cut in Sinatra. I have no idea what just happened there, but we
Oh,
still had
yeah.
a radio.
Oh,
It
yeah,
kind
you
of
had
did
a good one.
grab the attention of the
And
chapter
then
that.
Amanda's birthday is Monday.
Yes, yes.
I know that because that's what she told me a long time ago. When I first met her, she told me it was June 2nd. So I remembered it.
The onlyest time that I will remember birthdays here if it was like boom, right in the kisser. Not like anywhere within my fragmented hard drive that I got in my head.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to let Brian know. I don't think he's been doing anything on Errt Radio because his other
Yeah,
computer
he's
hasn't
in
been
a
running.
position because of what's been going on with Spreaker.
Yeah. And so he's been having trouble getting the other channel running at the same time, I guess, or whatever, with the other computer. So I don't think
Because
we have to worry about that. But I'll let him know anyway, just so he knows.
yeah.
And that way,
So was he using
'cause
two computers? One for his mixer and the other one for your mixer?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh wow, and
And
and he had
now that he's on mix where it's kind of
yeah. I think once he has mixer, he just probably forgot that about yours. It probably didn't
yeah.
take a while to know that.
Well, we're gonna try
But what's also good about it is he can direct his followers to where he needs to go on Facebook, and I
yeah,
could just put it and give him the sire if he's still on.
yeah. No one's no one's here. No one's even here. What the heck is going on?
Yeah. Now we won't get any information from Rumble because that's not considered an official source. But whenever
Why?
Rumble.
Oh my goodness. Why not?
So if you're on
Oh,
Rumble, you might want to come on either Facebook or YouTube
yeah.
instead.
Now I can do uh, regular readings tonight, but I want to do a special one for Bobby, and
Yes.
we'll see. And we'll see if we can. If someone else wants a special one with these cards, I can do that as well. But uh, for Bobby, because he didn't get to get his reading officially from the
Yeah.
person who didn't do it the first
Yeah.
time. But things happen. You
Yeah.
still got a reading.
Just
You still got a
to
reading. You didn't get a reading,
yeah, I didn't get a
but
reading live because they were running out
right.
of time and the guests had trouble
But
staying on the show.
we- we're going to. Yeah, he was a guest on AJ Rasmussen's show, Soul Wanderings, over
Yeah.
there on KGRA video. And anyway, I had gotten his deck of cards. Okay,
Yeah,
these
let me
cards
blast
here.
it up. Here we go. Oh, there you
Yeah,
go.
I gotten these cards, and I ordered these right away when I saw them, and not knowing what I was getting into, not knowing what I was getting myself into, and uh, interesting stuff here. But anyway, it has a guide, comes with a guidebook. Okay,
Yeah.
tells you about what cards, and it goes to the card meanings as well. Gives you card meanings for each one.
Yeah.
So. But we're not going to go into all that tonight. We're just going to go ahead and take a look at the cards. The cards are three different colors, Bobby.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're green, blue, and red. Now, I am, in my personal opinion, don't go with that. I might be wrong. You might have to check with Philip Ross. The guy that does this his name is Philip Ross, by the way. He's the one that credits this symbolic intuition card reading stuff. Okay, so I'm just trying it out to see if we can get kind of some kind of weird message or new message or different kind of a message that we normally get from the other card readings, you know. I do the regular tarot card readings and the angel card readings and things like that. And so this is just a little different, but
Mm-hmm.
things still valuable. So let's go ahead and try this. This is a 7 card layout. What I do is I do 5 and I have them upside down. And you won't see the card until I show you on the screen what the card is. But
Uh-huh.
what happens is I go from center, left, right, and in the top row, which is the 2 extra cards, which kind of round out the overall storyline of what we're talking about, which we may or may not know what the heck we're talking about. But anyway, it's all fun. All fun. It's all fun. We're gonna get it going here, and you're gonna go ahead and put out your 5 cards here. And put out your 2 cards on top. I'll show you kind of what I'm talking about.
Let's see. Who's there? Who's there?
I won't show you a picture of the cards, so because well, I guess I could. Let me see if I can figure this out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. First, we're gonna that over there, and let me get the show you how I got it lined up here. Okay, so what I have here. Okay, so I'm gonna show it to you, and you can show it on the screen. Don't worry about the keyboard. Okay, I couldn't take it any other way. Don't worry
Yeah.
about that.
Hey, that's not your fault. That's not your fault.
I'm gonna send it to you on Messenger, and you can get it that way, and then you can share it if you can figure out how to share it right on the screen. I could probably do it here, but I don't know how to do it. So anyway, looking at that picture there, going from the center, I'm going from the center and then to my left.
All
Which on
right.
you it might be to your right, okay, but to my left. So I'm gonna go from the center, and I have self-image. This is the first one
Mm-hmm.
that I have for you here in the blue card. Blue card. So that means that's overall self-image of how the universe looks at you. You know, that makes sense.
Yeah.
If I'm looking at green being a personal internal connection, and blue being the universe, and red being the negative or something that you need to correct or work on. Okay, that makes sense.
All right. I think we're gonna say hello and goodbye to Canadian Bob.
What's going on? Where you going? Why didn't you have to go? And then here's a green card for you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, I think it's gonna work. He's gonna lurk.
Okay, acceptance. Oh, is he having trouble?
No, he's just gonna lurk.
Okay. Okay, so you have self-image and you have acceptance. And then the next one over, go to the right and inner voice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does any of this make any sense?
It's there.
Here's something here that you need to look at. You need to fix that. You have some kind of issue with deception. You have any trouble with trying to have a indecision or problem trying to figure something out? You need to pull another card to cancel that out. And look, I get a card to cancel that one out right away.
Mm-hmm.
Compassion, read that.
Yeah, compassion and forgiveness.
There you go. That's right over the deception. There you go. That cancels that out real quick. And then going over here, another red card. Another red card is judgment. So you have a hard time of being too hard on either yourself or on other people. Could be a combination of both.
Yeah.
But let me cancel that one out with another card pull. And I got a blue card that says the oneness. I think I want to go to a green card though, so we didn't find a green card. There's a green card. Okay. Free will. That's what cancels out that other one. Ah, there you go. So you have a lot of good things with your freedom of choice there, Bobby. And then
Okay.
on the top one. So yeah, so the first constellation card was the oneness, but I didn't really like that one too much, so I canceled that out with the free will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So there you go. That's how that wound up. And on the top card, you have
Joy and contentment.
okay. That's on the top, and then on the bottom part, you have love.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that's an overall good reading there, Bobby. Except for those
Yeah.
two red cards, but we canceled those out.
And
You got
there's
good.
Unar. The
Hey, Winner, how you doing? So now, what is that? Does that say anything to you? Do you get any kind of message out of that, Bobby?
it's right there. It's right on the spot.
Does it help you like, okay, I need to look at this in a different, like internally? These cards are about dealing with your internal self, dealing with you.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's what these cards are about. So
Yeah.
they're a little bit more deeper than your normal tarot card readings. A little bit more. You have to face your fears on these. I think
Yeah.
that's why I see it. All right, I don't really want to mess with them too much until I get a little bit better handle on what I want to do with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So a little bit better.
Yeah, let's
Go back
see.
and
Because C&D Boy is going to lurk. So we're going to let him do what he wants to do. But does Unar wants a reading since.
okay. Would you like a reading or not? Okay, I'm gonna do one with regular deck though. We can go back to regular deck. I feel more comfortable using that. All right. And Bobby, I can give you a reading with this one too if you want.
Yeah. Okay.
I got
Unar says
too much.
yes.
I got too much stuff in the way here. What's going on here? Everything's up. Everything's in my way and it's not working out right. What's going on here?
Let's see. I think I'm going to put my fan on low power because I can do that.
All right. All right. Back to the regular cards now. Ah, Uno, you're next. Um, now, I have him on this. Maybe I should do kind of a picture. I sent him a picture before the last time, I thought. All right. Ah, yeah.
All right.
Ooh, yeah. Ah, three wonderful cards. All right.
All right. Let's go. Let's see. Archangel Michael is with you now.
He's watching over you, Ryan. Don't you worry.
There's a blessing. This is a blessing in disguise.
So whatever you're facing right now, consider it to be a blessing. Hopefully that helps.
Make a decision.
So not really sure about what you're battling, but you got a decision to make.
Yeah.
So now let me see here. Let's see here.
All right. Yeah.
Perfect.
And I
All
think what
right.
Ron's gonna do, he's gonna send it to me, then I
What?
have to be able to send it to you.
Yeah.
And Udar can relate to this.
Huh?
Udar says he can relate to the reading you distributed.
Wonderful. That's good to know. All right. Now that should be all. Yep, that's good. That's all of it. All right. I'm going to send it to Bobby. And I know you'll get it.
Yeah, it's like a short thing that he'll get it because I think we've been having problems you doing it directly to her. All right,
Okay,
there
there
we
you
go.
go. You got it?
Yeah, just
That's a good reading there. All
there
right.
we
So
go. And then I just
remember now when if you know that Michael Archangel Michael is with you, make sure
go.
you make sure you ask him. You talk to him. Reach out to him.
All right, your cards are away, Unar.
And with the blessing in disguise, I think you're having to maybe deal with some family stuff that you're dealing with, and not to get too personal or anything like that, but just saying, um, if you have a decision to make about a family situation or whatever, like maybe to go visit somebody at some point, or whatever, or maybe you have to have them come visit you. I don't know, but there's a blessing in disguise here somewhere. Um,
Yeah.
like like the woman that was mowing my grass. Uh, she volunteered to mow my grass, and she's gonna mow it for the whole summer. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
All right.
accept that. And then the other one, make a decision. So you're battling with the choice to make for I don't know, could be might be a health issue, but I think it might be more like finances. Something to do with finances.
All right,
And you need
all
to
right.
you need to decide on the best course of action to take on that one. Okay, I hope that helps. Of course, I might be just talking about the crap, and you might not agree with me on it's kind of like a up for grabs type of thing. You know, you're gonna get what you get out of it. Five. We got five. We
That's
got somebody watching over on X. Who do we got watching on X?
it's not X.
Oh, okay.
We don't have anybody on X, but we got
Okay.
4 on YouTube.
Oh, four on YouTube. Wow, where they on? Where they on? C&D boy. Did you want to read him? I don't know.
No, C&D boy is lurking because he had to do something else.
Bobby, did you want a regular reading?
Uh, what the hell?
See if hey, now you go along with that reading that I shared with you
Mm-hmm.
earlier, and we'll compare it with this reading. All right, fair enough.
Yeah, yeah.
All right,
Sounds like
there
a
you
good deal.
go. Here's reading for Bobby.
Yeah.
And if anyone wants a reading, you need to speak up, make it known. Don't be shy. Why is
Yeah.
that? Why did that get turned around now? I have all the cards turned one way, and all of a sudden I got some of them turned the other way. What the heck is going on here? Okay, they're all good. I like these cards.
I just
All these
hope
cards are.
our leaders and our names and our ticker is readable for everybody.
I think so. I hope
Yeah.
so. All right, Bobby. All
All right. Yeah. Oh yeah. Do you do
right,
readings
now,
on yourself?
huh?
Unar is asking you. Do you do readings on yourself?
I do, but I prefer to have other people do them. So, but
Yeah, it's a
it
personal
just
preference.
it's just like I like it when Rita does her one card reading for me, you know, and then when other people do readings for me, I like that because I don't know, it seems like I get more out of it when someone else is doing the reading. You know what I mean? So we
Yeah.
might be in a sense of um I'm being selfish when I'm doing my own reading for myself. That makes sense. And
Yeah.
so if I have someone else giving their input and their point of
Yeah.
view, it could cause me to have more thought process. But here you go, Bobby. Here's
All right. Let's see. Trust the guidance you're receiving. That's right on my
now
face.
that,
That's right on my face.
now you compare that with what Rita told you, and you compare that with the cards I just showed you.
I mean,
Think
it's
about
just
that.
that card has a connection. Someone new is coming. Hmm? Yep.
Okay. Now that doesn't really mean that can be somebody in church or anything, Bobby. That can be anyone.
Yeah. Just regain your focus.
Now you remember what Rita was talking about before? With how
Yeah.
you have to. I think she mentioned you had to stay focused or something. I can't remember exactly.
Yeah, because there's always. Oh, Dr. Reader was a little bit off last night. I couldn't relate. I think the last week's not yesterday, but last week's. I think she was a little bit confused of about what's going on in my world.
Yeah. Well,
She was
they're not going to be 100% totally accurate right on, but hopefully they can say a little something to you.
But the one yesterday, I mean, it's right there. You're trying to be on that straight and narrow as much as you can, and then there comes the adversary trying to yank you away.
Yeah. And here's your picture. There you go. Okay. There you go. You should have it.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got it. There we go.
That worked out good. All right. Again, you are welcome, Winter. Anytime you want to have a conversation, always reach out to me on Facebook or whatever, and
I
we'll
think
have
I
a talk.
only, I think only once I got hit with what they called it the mask car. It's like the ones with the four faces, and
Yeah,
it's.
yeah. I got hit with that a couple times, I think, and she
But
always
any
pictures it
other
when.
time, it's a clean reading.
Yeah. All right.
It's a
Well,
clean reading.
yeah. So now, has anyone been to a situation where you go to a public place and somebody just going crazy? I mean, up there, you live in Minneapolis area. Oh, what's going on, dog? Dog,
Yeah,
what are you
yeah.
barking for?
Um, I'm pretty much more of control type of a person. Now I do forget at least about one or a few items, and then I have to
Yeah.
go back and get that item.
Oh boy. And it's not a short walk the way you're talking about how
It's
you got to
not a
walk to the store.
simple walk, but yeah, I'm starting to feel a lot more better now. My back's not 100%, but everything else is 100%.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think I like to take my uncle's advice. Just put your fan on low power,
Yeah.
and then when you go to bed, put it on full.
Oh yeah. All right. All right.
Yeah.
So
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, we're about 28 minutes. So we're about 28 minutes.
So okay. Now here's a question, Bobby. Bobby, has the tariffs caused you any trouble?
Not at the present moment,
I don't
but the
think it
way
would.
my financial situation is, once I'm done with everything, I'm pretty much dead.
Oh.
And the financial sense.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. Yeah. When I'm done with paying everything off. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah. So all right. No, that's good. I think I don't think that we're gonna see. I think we're gonna see an improvement on what,
Yeah.
like for instance, our gas prices are gonna come down. That's gonna
Yeah.
be part of it.
It's still the same
Groceries.
on my gas at 265. But Unar, are you like from Europe, like Norway or something, not in America?
No, he's in America.
Uh, yeah, I just like
Yeah,
forgot where she was.
yeah, yeah, Minneapolis, if I remember right.
Yeah, yeah, it's like I said. My mother is from Iceland.
Right.
Okay, that's usually a biking
Okay.
nation, Iceland.
But Unar, you said you are in Minneapolis currently, right? You don't really need to tell your location, but anyway, just saying, just guessing. I know we don't usually like to talk about all that stuff,
If
but
I
anyway.
was off to go into my app where I can finally find out what my mom's size is, oh, it's near Minneapolis. I can
Yeah,
probably go all the way back from England and probably in France.
yeah. Well, mine is my mom is English and Scottish. My dad is Danish.
Yeah.
So
So you see, my mother didn't go to
my mom
England.
might be part German as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But
Yeah.
so
Now. Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I can tell when I lived in Minneapolis for 17 years. I lived up there.
Yeah.
I lived in a place called Plymouth. All right, lived there for 6 years. I lived in um,
Mhm.
uh, North Minneapolis and Brooklyn Center, and then I lived on 34th Avenue, whatever it's called, Rockford Road and 34th Avenue or 39th. I can't remember. Anyway,
Yeah.
then I lived in North Minneapolis. Then I was homeless for a little while. I was homeless for a little while, and I
Yeah.
lived on Bryant Avenue on Glendale and Bryant in North Minneapolis. One of the worst places you could ever live. Actually, in that intersection right there with the gas station and the intersection with the gas station and liquor store and everything like that, some woman got stabbed right in the middle of the street, right there.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, good
yeah.
stuff. Yeah, right there. And I
Yeah.
lived right there.
I do want to go back to my family history. Whenever I
Mm.
popped into the world, my mother didn't put anything about who my father is,
Oh no.
but she gave me a name, and I can't find
Okay.
him. I can't
Oh
find him
no.
all because of the name.
Mm.
My consultant, because we don't have a consultant in the church, found two sources. I still can't confirm within those two sources.
Mm. Well, you don't need to know then. If they're being that shitty of a person to not tell you who they are, then you don't need to know. You don't need to worry or thinking about it.
I mean, as much as I want to
You,
find who truthfully my father is, it's a little bit difficult. Now I'm pretty damn sure that Molly Public might be retired by now, or is he still around?
yeah. Yeah. So I lived in the when I was homeless, I was in the downtown shelter place called Catholic Charities, and it was a uh, basically a bunk bed type of situation. You had people just whoever was there didn't have a place to live, and 2 years I was homeless, and I tell you, when we had to get out of the shelter, we'd get out of the shelter at 6:45 in the morning, Bobby, and it
Hmm.
didn't matter what the weather was.
Or is it? Now you're talking about school days, huh?
I'm talking about every single day of the week. You had to get out every single day. Didn't matter weekend. Well, weekend I think there was a little bit different schedule, but for the most part, every day during the week you'd have to get out 6:45. You'd be out, and you couldn't come back until 5 p.m. or something like that. So you
Oh
had
yeah,
to
that's
find some place. You had to find somewhere to go, Bobby. I don't know if you've been homeless, Bobby.
no.
Okay, I've been homeless, and it's not fun trying to invent places to go to, especially when it's cold. Okay,
Mhm.
and when it's cold in the wintertime here in the north, it's a little bit different, Bobby, because there ain't a whole lot of places you can hide. Okay.
Yeah, that gets to be a lot messed up.
Now, thankfully, I was able to find a casino bus, and I rode down and hung around inside in the casino, so I stayed warm inside the casino. Probably not the best place to be, but every once in a while I would actually win money, and I'd come home with some cash in my pocket. But aside from that, it's the only time I made any kind of money.
Oh,
But it was warm. I did stay
mhm.
warm. And then when I started hanging out at the coffee shop, but the one thing about that is when the coffee shop is closed, then you have no place to go. Okay,
Yeah.
so if the
You
coffee
ever
shop is
heard of the
closed,
force hand method? Like you got your hand forced on you to do something?
no,
Well,
no.
So thank God I got out of that because my mother and my friends that she was with they want me to do the slides.
Mm.
And that
But
was real slides. And yes, we did go to a couple of casinos. There's
what I
one in
did
Fulton I
found,
can go
yeah,
to, one in Amelia I can go to, and I think there's a one
yeah,
in a smaller one by the truck stop in Bayou Vista.
yeah,
I am located within South Central Louisiana in the States. And it's a tri-city area in St. Mary Parish. We call our counties parishes here in Louisiana. And I live in like a little CDD place called Bayou Vista. But the reason why I always say Morgan City is because that's where we get our mailing at.
uh,
So just more, let's just call it more like Bayou Vista, Morgan City. Until you actually get into Morgan City, then it's just Morgan City.
and what I was gonna say is that for 2 years I was homeless and I was a disabled veteran, right?
Hmm.
So you'd think I would have had some kind of help in that area, but no, no help. No, nobody cared about disabled veterans. And I mean, my disability isn't that big. You can't tell me I'm not losing an arm or a leg or anything like that. And my hearing is my problem,
I have
disability.
a. Okay,
Okay,
are you done?
but no,
Yeah.
no, hold on. So anyway, as I was going through the process to get my approval for my Social Security, I went through the mental health department in downtown Minneapolis, and I had to get diagnosed with being crazy, being
Oh my
having
God. Yep.
ADHD
I
and all that
will.
stuff. And so my psychiatrist, he said, well, basically, you got bipolar 1 and 2, and you are effed up. Basically, is how he put it, in a nice way. He said it. But yeah, you are totally effed up. You need help. You need to get, often can't be working. You don't play well with others. You should be working. So I said, well, if I can't work, then I want my money. I want my Social Security right now. If I can't work, I want to be getting paid. And so
And
that's
you
how I
got
started on it.
and that's how you got your immediate approval.
Yeah, yeah. And then when I got my housing, my first apartment outside of the homeless shelter was an apartment on Bryant Avenue and Lindale Avenue in North Minneapolis. Not the best
Yeah.
place again.
The most
Right behind Walmart where there's a lot of crime. But anyway, um, and the guy gave me a chance, and because I was on a housing program, I got in and everything like that. And there was all kinds of people in there. and this one guy that was in there, he was drinking and drugging and having girls over and everything like that. Which it's supposed to be homeless, kind of a helping those in need, type of thing. And he's sitting there abusing the situation. So I find out, believe it or not, I find out where he was and who he was with. The worker that he's working with. And I go on over and talk to him and say, well, you need to investigate your client over here at such and such house
yeah.
because he's doing this and this. And I mean, I'm told when I was in the housing program, they told me, hey, Venus, how you doing? And
Yeah.
they said, oh, you're not supposed to have any alcohol, you're not supposed to have any drugs, you're not supposed to have this or that or whatever. And this guy broke all the rules. This one guy that was there, breaking all the rules. He was smoking crack, and he's doing this, and he's doing that. And he had girls over all the time and night, you know. And here I was trying to have a normal life, and I couldn't do this with this kind of stuff happening around. So I found out who his caseworker was, and I complained to them. And I don't think that was really being a snitch, in my opinion. That was looking out for my best interest for my safety and everyone else's safety, for that matter. And this guy's out there in the parking lot. He has a bottle of alcohol with him as he's carrying it around in the open, drinking when he's not supposed to be having any kind of alcohol as a housing program. You know what I mean? Okay? In the
Right.
housing program, you're not supposed to have any kind of alcohol or drugs or anything like that. So
Yeah.
that makes me a snitch, or did I say, hey, I'm looking out for my safety, I'm looking out for the safety of the people that live there, you know what I mean? You see what I'm
Hmm.
saying? So
Yeah.
I'm reporting the situation to the people that are in charge, and then he gets busted and he has to move, right?
Yeah.
So he gets kicked out of his apartment. He gets all mad. And then I see him on the bus. Now, I get this, Bobby. I'm the only white guy on the bus, black people on the bus, right? Minneapolis, downtown Minneapolis. And the guy said, that guy's a snitch. He got me kicked out of my apartment. And first thing I said, Bobby, I said, why don't you tell everybody why you got kicked out of your apartment? And then everybody shut up. Nobody said a damn thing. Because
Oh
they
yeah.
knew. They already knew that he was not doing the right thing. Okay?
I
So
mean,
he got kicked out because he was an idiot and he ruined his own living situation. Okay?
I
It
mean,
wasn't. That's not
yeah.
what I did necessarily. They would have found out anyway. But one of the matter, they just helped it along. But when I got my Social Security finally, after that whole thing, I ended up going up to Brooklyn Center, and I was there for 6 years. And that was same guy that owned the two different buildings, and that all worked out pretty good for me. So that's how I got this house here. Probably that's how I wound up here in this house.
Yeah.
He ended up buying this house from the teacher, and I ended up getting his house from him. But it all worked out. Since I was already a good renter, I paid my rent on time, right? Didn't have any trouble there. So he said, yeah, that'd be a good fit. So, yeah, all worked out. That's how I wound up here. I mean, that's exactly how I wound up here, and that's how I'm here for 7 years, going on 8 years now. So there you have it. I've been here in Minnesota for 25 years. Holy cow! I've known Brian. I know total Brian. Bobby, get this. I've known him for about 20 years. That was 20,
Why
20.
he didn't bring you in when you was whenever you found out that you was going to be homeless?
What now?
Why he didn't bring you in?
Why didn't Brian bring me in? Because he had other things go on. We knew each other, but we weren't. I don't know. I was in when I left Plymouth. Something happened. Some kind of thing. Whatever. Anyway, life changed. Life choices and things like that got in my way, and I went a different direction and came back. And anyway, wound up homeless and wound up no just 200 a month. Food stamps and 200 a month. Yeah, and the GA would call them general assistance. And yeah, that was tough, man. That was tough. Winter months, man. No place to live. Oh man. Oh god.
Yeah.
Amazing. But hey, look, I'm here. I'm here now. We got through it. Got my
Yeah,
house.
you was able to survive all of the
And
shit.
I got my house. And this year I get my house paid off, and it's mine.
Hmm.
Hello. And I'm glad that everyone's here listening to my sad story.
Yeah.
And but
Now you should be able to go like make this as your next year's goal is to try to get your ass to Arizona. Get that
yes,
oceanfront property in Georgia.
you gotta someplace in the desert where it's nice and warm. And I don't have no more snow. And I'm probably where I'm going to be won't have to worry about grass cutting either because it'll be sand. So, yeah. Well, I throw out scorpions and spiders and things like that. But you know what? It'll be warmer. I'll be near my. I got a couple of people that are police friends that are out there that I know, police
Hmm.
officers that I know personally. So, well, one of them I know personally. The others I haven't met yet, but I know them from the shows. But still, it'd be nice to know that they know who I am and that none of we're out. We're all good friends. You know what I mean? Good to have people in that corner out there that are near you. And so, yeah. Well, but yeah, that of course, before I moved up here, though, I lived in North Carolina for 9 years, Bobby. Holy
Yeah,
cow. North Carolina for 9 years. That's a long time. And of course, before that, it was in California my whole life, my young life. And then, of course, military. I was in the military for 4 years, So, but what used to get me mad at in downtown Minneapolis when you get on the bus, and with my ID, I show my ID, my service connected ID, which means I get to sit in special seats, in the front of the bus, and I don't have to pay for the bus fare in Minneapolis area, free bus ride as a disabled veteran.
yeah.
And when I show my ID, and technically the people are supposed to get up off their ass and let me sit down in the handicap spot, in the front seat. But
Uh,
no, no, they don't do that, Bobby. No.
I wish I was back on, like, not as like a relivable student, but as like an assistant to those handicap buses, because
Mm.
one of my girlfriends in high school, she was handicapped, and we separated after she graduated. She was a year ahead because she was getting her GED.
Yeah.
When you go for your GED, you actually go up ahead a year in your schooling.
All right.
Hmm.
Hey, now did Venus want a reading? I didn't ask her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm looking to get to a warmer climate and get out of this winter weather, and I want some property. I
Yeah.
don't want just a quarter acre or 0.25 acre like I have now, 0.20 now. I don't know.
Yeah. So
It
let me. What was the weather like when you was living in California with your parents?
was it was nice and warm most of the time. I think I saw snow, except when we went to Reno, Nevada. We went to the snow. But I mean, as far as having snow, we only had it snow one time that I know of, and that was in February one year, and it was only one time that I remember. But
Okay.
we
Okay.
used to walk this. Well, junior high, I lived across the street from my junior high school, so I didn't have to go too far.
Oh,
My
wow.
my high school was a quarter mile up the road, and but you can walk with a jacket, t-shirt and jeans, and
Yeah. Yeah.
no problem. You don't have to worry about
I mean,
gloves.
if
So,
I was living in Berwick in my schooling days, when I start my schooling, I could easily walk to the elementary school. But when I
yeah,
get up to junior high and high, you need like some type of transportation.
yeah,
Because the
yeah,
junior high and because the high school, I mean the elementary is at one end of the town, but the junior high and the high is squanched together
yeah.
along with the civic center. But that's at the other side of town. Now, if you're gonna walk,
You
it's
know,
a
and I
little
had a, yeah,
longer because there's but what's good about it, you got that walking trail that you can take.
yeah. When I had to take my go to summer school and Foothill High School, I had to take the bus there.
Yeah,
That was a pain in the ass.
yeah. And
But
today you don't
uh,
want to be walking or biking on the big highway of the US 90.
oh
Because when
yeah,
you try to
yeah,
go across, it's game over. If you get hit, it's game over.
yeah. The biggest thing about me moving to Arizona or Nevada, someplace there. Is I gotta make sure I got all my medical stuff switched over, and I get the same kind of pay. I get the pay is gonna be similar or somewhat the same. So I think it is gonna be about the same anyway. Pretty much the same pay. And but the medical is what I'm concerned about. Make sure that everything's covered medically speaking, and so it shouldn't be a problem. I don't think. So I hope not.
Yeah.
That's my goal, though. I think, well, one, I'd be out there near my telescope that I helped finance, that I did finance, the
Yeah.
Mars telescope, and they donated to the club, and
Yeah.
I like to be able to see that in action for real life. And that thing's a beautiful scope, though. And you've seen the pictures of it.
Yeah.
And, beautiful
We
scope.
need to get you into Linux if you're going to have problems in Windows.
Yeah,
Because I know how to
yeah,
do it.
yeah.
I know how to get the broadcaster up. I can get the StreamYard up. I can get almost everything up at my own will and desire with Linux than what I can do in Windows.
Oh,
And
good.
once you fix it up to your own will and desire, to your own liking, it's easy. You don't even
Yeah.
have to worry about anything. Not even the automatic updates. If you have updates, you can save it for later and then come back and get them updated. Every once in a while, yes, you're going to have to reboot your instance, your Linux,
Yeah.
but it should be but it should be smooth sailing there. And in case I
Yeah.
forgot, Unar's son lives in Arizona.
Oh, okay. Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine, remember Ramon in Texas, I believe his name?
Hmm.
Ramon? Is that his
Yeah.
name? He's a farmer. He's an alfalfa farmer. And he lives in Texas.
Yeah.
So
All right.
every
Hmm.
once in a while
I
he'll
guess
go up.
if I mean we're about 53 minutes. We're about maybe 6 minutes away from the
Oh,
minimum
yeah.
time. Um, thank you, lady. Thank you, Kitty Bob, Unar.
Venus, did you want to try reading
I
or
think
no? I didn't.
I think she left. I think she left.
Okay. Okay.
And I think C&D Boy was still lurking with that medicine show or whatever that was.
All right.
So yeah.
Well, yeah. So, Uner, did you hear about the talking about the women's
Oh, she's still.
4A softball team, right? They won their first time their state championship, champion, champion. Now, what they didn't tell you is that the pitcher on the women's team is a male.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, she
Yeah.
did want a reading. Okay, she does want. Okay, all right,
Yeah.
there you go. I'll get you a reading. Hold on. Stay awake. Don't go to sleep on me. No sleeping allowed.
Yeah.
Sleep is for when you're
And then I
dead.
think after that reading, did you want to close out or did you want to go longer?
It depends. You want to go a little longer? I don't know.
What
But
does
so they had a uh, picture on a female team, and biologically, she is a he. Uh-huh. Really. And they won two back-to-back games to finish up the season and to win the championship.
Yeah.
But
I mean, if
a
we get like
male,
okay,
but,
so if we
but a
get a
male,
okay, so if we get a response, if we want to go longer, we can go longer. But if not, we're probably gonna kill it after this reading.
okay, Venus, here it comes to a reading. I'm gonna give you a card here. Hold on. I'll show you the cards in a minute.
Mm. Blatant cheating dare, Unar.
Okay, here we go. Make me a big screen there.
Yeah. Okay, let it go. Because I'm not
Let it
seeing
go,
one.
Larissa. Okay. Yeah. I couldn't read it on the screen. I don't know why. The light shines off the card.
Embrace your life purpose.
There you go. Yeah. Venus, I think I can send this to you on Messenger, right?
Yeah.
All right. And one more.
Yeah. Oh. Be a light to others.
Okay.
Life purpose.
There you go.
Get off the plane.
Okay. Perfect. Hopefully that makes sense to you.
Yeah, because you can do her directly.
I think so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got Messenger. All right. Alright, there
Yeah.
we go. That's pretty close to good
And
there. Now let me see.
that's
Make
one.
sure we got Messenger. There you go. Tell me if you get that, Venus.
Yeah.
Sending it to you on Messenger.
Yeah.
Hopefully she got it.
And did you want to go ahead and just kill it? Or,
Yeah, make sure Venus got it. Venus, did you get that?
yeah. If she doesn't get it, then she could probably give you a reaction, like on Messenger or in the comments area.
Okay.
That's one good thing about it.
All right. Yeah, it
Yeah.
should be in your. If you're on Messenger, which I think you are, be good.
Yeah, she's got it.
Oh, good, good. Hopefully that helps. Help you see something some way somehow and give you some kind of clarity. All
Yeah.
right. Well, there you have it. That's good, Bobby. Hey, we did all right. We didn't do
Yeah.
too bad.
So, I guess if
A
we
little bit
are,
story time.
yeah, because so if we're done, are we done?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Yeah. All right. All those that goes to the factory rejects. Remember, we're on Mixler, Podbean, YouTube, Facebook, X, Trouble, Rumbo, and Instagram. We're going to ask you to please consider pausing and scanning that QR code right away because donations are desperately going to be needed, or just become a ghost carrying a canoe.
Hey, how you doing?
You want to know something? I just forgot about something. Hang on.
Come on.
I forgot to do
Come on.
this. I just forgot to put that there. All right,
All right.
everybody.
Yeah. All right. Thank you for joining us tonight. No, Bobby wants to make sure I don't overwork myself, so I thought we have it a little bit shorter now, and we get done a little bit earlier, and we can
Yeah,
relax the rest of the night. And
try to lower that stress.
yeah, and so we're doing good on that so far, and I think that's been working good. A little bit different, but I think overall it's a little bit better for me for being a little bit more relaxed and have a little bit more free time or relaxing time where we don't have to worry about nothing else but enjoying whatever we want to watch. All right. So that's what we wanted to get out a little bit early. So yeah, Bobby's not in a hurry. He's just trying to make sure we stay to the schedule so we don't
Yeah,
overwork ourselves.
yeah,
And we didn't have a guest. I didn't get Tommy on. I was gonna try to get Tommy on here one of these nights. And
yeah.
he's a guitar player, and he's a religious guy. He's a political guy. He's all kind of all over the place. But he's a
Mhm.
really good musician too. So he plays the guitar.
All
So
right.
we're gonna get him on one of these days.
Yeah,
All
we'll
right.
get them back. We'll get them back. All right. Just all right. Thank you all for watching, everybody.
Yep. Have a great night. Bye for now.
All right.